Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Made Different podcast. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I'm just going to continue to do it. Yes, so this is Made Different, a show that puts a diverse spin on memes and dating and anything in between. Alright, so today I'm going to talk about made different kind of things. I'm gonna break off the norm a little bit. Not really kicking a lot of knowledge, but some knowledge. Alright, this episode, I'm calling this episode The Illusion of Hoes. Okay? The Illusion of Hoes. So basically, I'm gonna talk about what it's like to have the illusion of having a lot of women in this dating world today. All right, because that seems like it's fitting, especially for me, because for some reason everybody seems to think I got hoes everywhere. Like, for real, it's crazy. People really feel like I have hoes everywhere, and I can't be the only one that this happens to. It just can't be me. It's got to be other people that is going through something similar. You know, where it seems like you talk to a lot of people, but you really don't. I'm in here doing a podcast solo, no hoes around, no naked women jumping out my bathroom, literally no hoes. So I'm gonna just discuss like what it's like to actually have hoes, what it's like when you don't have hoes, and kind of like the in-between parts of that. You know what I'm saying? And if there's any validity to these illusions. Now, I might be talking about me, but also, I mean, if you can relate, you know, definitely I want to know about it, man. Because the dating world is different when women think you have hoes. To an extent. Because when it seems like you have more hoes, women kind of flock to you. They kind of are drawn in, like, damn, why do all those women like him? Let me find out. Let me talk to him for a second. Let me see what's going on with him. How come he gets so much attention? Let me find out. He got something special. He ain't worried about me. Why is he not worried about me? He got too many women. I'm intrigued. That's what women think. That's what they start thinking. Sometimes. Now, you will have the ones that's like, he got too many women. I ain't being bothered. I ain't in that kind of position to be bothered. He doing too much, blah, blah, blah. And that could be true, but I mean, they just really be kind of like on you about it. And it's crazy. They really, it's like they want to be near where the people are. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like psychology, you know what I'm saying? If you out, you see people having a good time, you know, just having genuine fun, you know, you just kind of want to be a part of it. And that's kind of like how it is when you actually have a lot of hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here chilling, you ain't really worried about nothing. You bouncing from woman to woman, you having fun. Your confidence is on 10. You know what I mean? Actually, your confidence is probably on 10,000 at that point. You know what I'm saying? You getting back and forth with different women, conversing. Your phone's ringing off the hook. You know what I mean? Text messages going off. DMs going off. Comments on your page, likes, you know what I mean, groupie status, you know, they all on you for a minute. They all over you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is when you got hoes. When you have hoes, you got to keep in mind that normally you got to keep all your hoes happy. And I'm not saying women, I'm saying hoes. You got to keep all your hoes happy. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep a special bond between you and your hoes so they don't run off. I'm sure women gotta do the same shit with men, because everybody can tell when they getting just enough to keep getting the carrot in front of you. They're dangling the carrot in front of you. You know you getting just enough where they not quite giving you the carrot, but you can just almost get to it, which is either you want a relationship or, you know what I'm saying, you might want a sex partner, whatever that carrot is for you. People normally will kind of figure out your intentions and then play it based upon that. You know what I'm saying? So even if someone had a lot of women, or a lot of men, for that matter, there's still a specific kind of way you gotta do to juggle them all, to kind of balance it all out. You gotta balance it out. Because you can't, in order to keep a lot of hoes, or keep a lot of people on your roster, you have to do an age-old technique that requires finesse, it requires skill, and it requires cunning. This age-old technique I'm talking about is giving your time. You got to have time in order to have a lot of hoes. You got to have time in order to have a lot of hoes. There is no lot of hoes with no time. It is not possible. Because they need something to hang on to. And it ain't you, because you spread thin already. So you need to somehow have time, or give the illusion of time for the illusion of hoes. And it's crazy. Because I read that kind of in a meme where it's like, what people think I'm actually doing is the meme. What people think I'm actually doing. And it's a dude, he's out, and it shows a picture with him surrounded by women. You know what I'm saying? I think he had a drink in his hand, you know what I mean? He had the sport coat on, he's looking smooth. Then next to that, it's like what I'm actually doing. And it's him in the bed with a remote, like he's looking at TV with like a bowl of chips next to him. Just chilling in his relaxed, gray sweats or whatever. And it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, social media will give this big illusion of how life is. That's why I'm really, and the more and more I'm starting to figure this out, and more I'm starting to notice that social media is the virtual world. You're living like, the movie with Bruce Willis, where, he was basically an avatar. Like somebody was controlling him. I think it was somebody who was either controlling him or somebody, but people were in their houses. They're all connected to this system, and people were getting controlled by the system. Like let's say like one person was like a big, like 600-pound guy, you know what I mean? But his avatar in the virtual world was like, a lean, fit, 170 or whatever, just a lean, fit type of dude. It resembled him. It resembled nothing to his actual makeup. You know what I'm saying? It didn't look like him at all. His avatar in this virtual world was completely different, and that's how social media is. Because you have to build yourself up on social media. What's the point of being on social media if you're going to have yourself looking, pitiful and depressed and negative, just boring? What would be the point in doing that in real life and then also in social media? No. Social media, you're out on display. And that's why I try to tell people, social media is here for a purpose. I've seen people post things and they'll be like, I hate when people, always post things for attention. That is the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard. You're on social media, okay? You're on social media. Everything on social media is for attention. You are looking at it. People need to draw attention to it. So when people say, I hate when people do things for attention, that shit sounds stupid. Like, you sound stupid as shit. Plus, you're also making that post for attention. It's just, like, I think people are just, like, confused about things these days. Like, the reality is fucked up. And it's got a lot to do with social media. I think I kind of strayed off a little bit, but you understand what I'm saying, right? This shit's bullshit. You know what I mean? So, on social media, you want to build yourself up to be this pimp, this player. Smooth, you know, you're a lot smoother than you normally are on social media. You got a lot more game. You interacting. You doing that. Like, social media, I mean, unless you're really like that too, which you can be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be that way in real life and then transpose it to social media. You know what I'm saying? So that's possible. But, I mean, on social media, that's the personality you want to portray. Especially if you, like, trying to market yourself or, you know, trying to get a following or, you know, do whatever on social media. You want to be that beacon that people flock to. So, now, it doesn't necessarily mean you gotta have hoes, you know what I'm saying? But maybe that's your end, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's your move, your flirt, which I can't knock. You know, so it's a lot of stress of trying to keep it all organized. So that's why the social media is out there. And that's where I get most of my flack. It's like, oh, you know, you got all this popping on social media. All these women on your social media. Yeah. But where am I at every night? Home, alone. What am I doing every night? Either, you know, doing some podcasts, writing music, you know, playing the game, catching up on the show, which, you know, I'm trying to get the Chop series back. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to give you these reviews because there's some crazy shows out there. So hopefully we can get that back on. But that's a side thing. So, yeah, editing, you know what I'm saying? I'm in here, you know, trying to work on this business. You know what I'm saying? I got moves to make. I don't have actual time for hoes. You know what I'm saying? I don't have actual time for a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got virtual time because I'll be at work and, you know, I can, like, if it's downtime at work, I can flirt, post memes, do whatever, post things at work, call people out, talk trash, you know, while I got time at work. I'm still at work. So I'm still not actually with anybody. Like, I'm not actually on a date. I'm not actually with any hoes. Or most of my time out lately has been, like, performing. You know what I'm saying? Performing music. So it's all an illusion. It's an illusion of hoes. You know what I'm saying? And for me, you know, a more poppin' social media page is just better. You know what I'm saying? So you get a lot of stress when you got a lot of hoes because you got too much to go on. You got to show this whole time. You got to show that whole time. You're not gonna keep a lot of hoes without spending time. You know what else what comes with a lot of hoes? Your bank account gets drained with a lot of hoes. Because, I mean, yeah. Now, you can smash all these hoes if you want to. But eventually, that shit's going to run dry. They going to want to, you know, go out. Or you might even want to go out. And you might want to bring somebody. You know what I'm saying? You might want to do something. And you might want some company. And you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? You got to come out your money. You got to spend gas. You got to go over here. You got to travel over here. You got to, you know, get hotels. So you still, whether you have the money or not, you still spending the money. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't free. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and to an extent, it's never free because regardless of whether you gotta, you know, you paying for your own crib, you paying for your BGE, you paying, putting gas in your whip to go pick up somebody and bring them back, or, you know, you spending gas going out here, or you getting some food. There's always some type of money being spent. So, you're losing money. The more hoes you got, the more money you're losing. And me personally, I ain't got that kind of money to be wasting out here, flipping around on a whole bunch of women and all this stuff, like how it's supposed to be. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? That's as real as I can get. I'm just out here on my own. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's his name? I'll be sure. On your own, on your own. Because I'm on my own. I'm on my own time. You know what I'm saying? And I prefer it that way. But the illusion keeps my page popping. So, back to, here's another thing. Well, you got a lot of hoes, or the illusion of a lot of hoes. The illusion of a lot of women, or the illusion of a lot of men. People think you a player all of a sudden, just because it looks like you have a lot of dealings with other individuals. They don't actually see it. Just the hint of it makes it seem like you're a player. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you're this big, huge cheater. You know what I'm saying, you ain't shit and blah, blah. I mean, and I go back to this other story, like Shorty really, went and messaged my kid's mom and told her, like, that I wasn't shit because I paid my rent late. and like, that was the only thing she had on me. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't even talking to nobody else. I was just talking to her as far as, like, trying to build something. You know what I'm saying? Speaking 3 hours on the phone a night. And anybody that knows me knows I hate talking on the phone. But for somehow the conversation was flowing. Because I ain't gonna lie, Shorty was bad as shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? So extra bad. So I was on the phone 3 hours. Never met her. You know what I'm saying? But I'm on the phone all this time. And then she like, oh, you got too many women for me. Bitch, how? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say bitch because she didn't need to call message my kid's mom for nothing. My kid's mom didn't, ain't trying to hear that shit. But anyway, what do you mean I got too many women? Shorty, I'm talking to you every night, 3 hours a night. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, yo, you're fucking nuts, like in the head. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, these people out here playing these virtual games, they out here, and not making no sense. It shit's just ridiculous, man. So basically what I'm saying is, you gotta have these women out here. They automatically, because they got these trust issues, because they've been fucked over, all of a sudden, anything that is on social media looks like a player. But the thing is, even when I meet you, like, I met you the same way, with the same personality. If you thought I had a lot of hoes, why would you even deal with me at that point? It's like they all trying to change you, like they don't want you to even post your memes no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely met me, and then all of a sudden, you're like, I can change him. I can rebuild him. Like, I'm the $6 million man or something. I can make him better. I can make him stronger. Less likely to deal with hoes. More, more faithful. It's just crazy. They really be trying to do that shit, man. And I be thinking like, yo, y'all is crazy. You're a fucking nut job, okay? You're a nutcase. People is crazy, man. Like, they don't even think about reality. Like you're so caught up in the virtual that you didn't forget about reality. So that's what it's like when you actually have hoes. You know what I'm saying? These are the stigmas that are placed on you. You know what I'm saying? The women they flock to you when you actually have hoes. Women flock to you. You gotta juggle. You gotta do a lot of juggling and invest time. Your money is being spent. and they think you're a player. Now, when you don't actually have hoes, or you don't actually have women, when you don't actually have men, see, it's different. I think it's different for women though, because even if a woman has no man, even if she looking depressed and looking sad or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, she still can. A dude's still gonna want her. You know what I'm saying? Especially like if she got the body and the look for it. You know what I'm saying? At that point, it doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter at that point. So so this is more for guys, but when you don't have women, then you kind of get in this weird, awkward place of exclusion. You know what I'm saying? Like they just don't want to be around you. Like it's like you're giving off some type of pheromone or some type of scent that's like repellent. It's like, stay away from me. Like if you actually don't have anything going on, like no women or no women are interested in you, like it's like repellent. It's like, and it seems to like spiral, because there's always certain points in time, for me, at least for me, when I go through that same thing, and I'll go through what I call a drought. And what I call a drought is when like I don't have anything going on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking to nobody. I'm really just for myself, you know what I'm saying? Like literally not getting laid, like nothing. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm going through, so when you go through these droughts, it can get out of control pretty quickly. You know what I'm saying? Because it starts to snowball. You know what I mean? Once you get into that place where you in the drought, it can start the snowball effect. I mean, it starts getting worse and worse and worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's like you grasping the straws. I'm trying to like, damn, I can't even get your number. Like, what? And then you start like getting in your own head, and then it's like gets crazy, especially when you got nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? All you got is time to think. You know what I'm saying? At least for me, like you start overthinking this shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you start getting deeper involved into the repellent. You know what I'm saying? You get deeper involved into your own head and your own madness, to where like it turns people off. It's not attractive. You know what I'm saying? So when you don't actually have women, you can get into that place of lower value. And you don't want to be in that place of lower value. You don't. Trust me. You want to keep this confidence going as much as possible. You don't want to be in the lower value part of the equation. Okay? You want to keep that going. So if you don't have hoes, if you don't have women, make sure you're keeping yourself occupied. Make sure you're keeping yourself busy. Don't get into your head about not having anything going on. You're still amazing. You're still awesome. You still have a lot to give. And that's when you start focusing, like even like right after big breakups. I tell people this all the time, like after breakups, or when you really love somebody and you get into that like little depression phase, which is cool. Sometimes, you need to let the emotions out, but don't dwell there. I had to do this myself. I remember I went through, this was like 04. I went through like a huge breakup with a woman that really I took for granted and I thought would always have my back. It was a girl named Tiffany. We used to call her Bo Derek. Don't ask why we used to call her Bo Derek, but we used to call her Bo Derek. I mean, she wasn't even a white girl, you know what I'm saying? But we still called her Bo Derek. She definitely was light, though. You know what I mean? And, I fucked up with that. I treated her bad, and we went through this huge, breakup. By the end of it, just to make a long story even shorter, we went through a huge breakup, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I was, like, in my depressed phase. I was like, man, fuck everything. Like, I was getting drunk as fuck every night. Like, you know what I mean? Blazed up, you know what I'm saying? And I was, like, on a bad path after that. Like, I was really, personally, I was really bad. Like, I don't even know if anybody knew. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, I was heavy into the partying anyway. You know what I'm saying? I was partying all the time anyways, but I was just getting extra fucked up, like doing extra dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I needed to like get out of that. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I started focusing my time elsewhere. This is before I had kids. This is before anything. Don't pay attention to that. This is before I had kids. Before I had anything. It was just me. You know what I mean? At that time, I had a roommate, like, and I was really, really, really in a bad spot. So what I started doing was, I started to, because I noticed I was getting into a bad place. I'm like, well, what can I do to get over this? So I started volunteering my time, helping the youth. I started, plus we had another neighbor whose kid, like, was kind of always around, so I kind of, like, took him under my wing. We would play ball. Like, I was kind of like big brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I really was, like, investing my time into, like, I started writing music. Like, I really started the best way to get over that and get out of your depression is go help somebody. Going to help somebody is the best way to get out of the funk that you're in. Go help somebody else. Go make somebody else feel good. I promise you that is the best way ever to get over depression. Go do something for somebody else. Go volunteer your time for somebody else. That is the single best way to get out of your own funk. I promise you. Go do something for somebody else. You won't regret it. And they won't regret it. You know what I'm saying? And once you start getting into it, that's when you start to heal. And I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying? And when other people start doing that, I see that happen. Like, it's just the move. It's just the most logical move. Go make somebody else feel good. Once you make somebody else feel good, you start to feel better. And then you'll get out your funk. So, because you got all this stress, then you got the confusion, it's spiraling out of control. You can't focus on the negative, okay? Because when you don't have any women, it's easy to get a head thing about it. It's easy to get a mind thing about it. At least for people like me who have short-term anxiety spells, you know what I'm saying? But I just hate kind of like classifying it as that, just for my own reasons, because I just don't like all these terms that people throw around, because now it's like everybody has it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, fuck, man, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I would never downplay anxiety, because I just dated a girl too, my last girlfriend, actually. She said she had anxiety real bad, and I kind of looked into it. But when I'm looking into anxiety, the thing is, if everybody has it, then nobody has it. You know what I'm saying? I started to watch this thing on the mind. Yeah, I'm spiraling off, but I started to watch this thing about the brain and how we all have certain forms of anxiety as like a defense mechanism for protection. It's like part of our animal instinct. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you don't want to fight the anxiety. You kind of want to allow it to do its thing, but just control it. You know what I'm saying? You just want to keep it to where you can, so it's not controlling you. You control it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely highly recommend to go watch that Mind Explained. I think that's what it's called, Mind Explained on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Because they really get into it. You know what I mean? And like, we can't let it take over yourself. And that's what happens when you don't have any women. Or it can happen. Because I've been there. So I know it can happen. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll still go there. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about it, but sometimes I still go there. I'm human. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get in the funk, but you got to get out of it. Got to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's why. But now, like, my kids are around, so I don't really get in the funk. So I got kids. You know what I mean? So I'm investing my time in my kids. Which I do anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and kids are the best, man. You know what I'm saying? I love my daughters, Madison, Mackenzie. I love them. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to raise them on the strength of you don't need no man, you know what I'm saying, and to have men respect you, you know what I'm saying. So that's my big thing. Still, that's a side thing, but I'm just getting into what all the type of things that go through your mind when you don't have any women, you know what I'm saying. Then you start to deal with women that you shouldn't be dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Maybe women do this too. You start to deal with men that you shouldn't be dealing with just because you low and you feel like nobody wants you. So then all of a sudden you start to dealing with trash. You know what I mean? Just because the trash can pick you out a mile away. Like, oh, this person in the dumps. You know, I'm gonna keep them there, and I'm trash too, so I'm gonna keep you there. So you start dealing with trash. You know what I'm saying? Then you start to dealing with people bluffing. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. You need to understand, like, there's a stigma with having the illusion of having hoes and the illusion of not having hoes. You know what I'm saying? So it's still better to have the illusion that you got a lot of hoes. You know what I mean? Or you got a lot of women. I'm really using the hoes because that was in the meme, but you understand what I'm saying. Don't necessarily have to be a hoe. It could be nice people. Hope you got that throughout the show. You know what I mean? It's just a funny term. So, but what I'm saying is the illusion. Let people have their illusions. Let people have their illusions. They can develop their illusions, and people are gonna see you however they want to see you. You know what I'm saying? All you can do is be the best you that you can be. Whether they think you got a lot of people on the side, whether they think you're a player, you know what I'm saying? It's up to you, and if they want to deal with that, you know what I'm saying? You show them, hey, this is actually the real me. You know what I'm saying? The world is a stage. You know what I mean? We're all actors, and that's real. The world is a stage and we're all actors. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get off your acting shit, but you still got to be out there acting, and that's how, like, you get the, you know what I mean, the follows and all that. Because you out here popping. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Your energy's good. Keep your energy up. So, it doesn't really matter whether there's an illusion of hoes or not. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do what's best for you. You know, but folks, we need, you know, the people who are really reading into too much about the social media and, you know, really applying this, we got to start really thinking. You know what I mean? And that's why I try to do, like, outside the box thinking and explanations on different views because it's too, at least from what I'm seeing, it's too general. People are too generally just putting people in boxes, you know, really putting people in and classifying them in places that they shouldn't be because of this group think. You know, people have now gotten to the point where all they can do is go with the majority. And the majority a lot of times is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you can't follow that. You know what I'm saying? Just because you see something on social media doesn't mean it's true. I can post anything on social media. It doesn't make it true. I can post a picture with me and 30 women on social media. Doesn't make it true. There's been, you know, and just go back to that. Like, I've taken pictures with random women. Like, women just like taking pictures, you know what I'm saying, in general. So I've gone up to a group of women in the club, like, hey, let's take this photo. Will you take a picture with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, in some ways that's my way in, but also in some ways, like, I just want the picture, like, you know what I'm saying? And women, normally they won't turn that down. You know what I'm saying? Normally it's, yeah, I'll take a picture with you. You know what I'm saying? Don't even remember their names. There's tons of pictures I got on my page. I have no idea what their names are. Never seen them again. Didn't get the info. None of that. You know what I'm saying? It was just for I'm out having fun. Let me take this photo. I'm looking good, feeling good. What's good? You know? And that's how I roll. But we really got to stop these nonsense, you know, assuming about people just because of a social media page. You know what I'm saying? So we really gotta stop it, man. because it's going to drive you up a wall really thinking that somebody's a certain way. Don't let social media and the internet and this virtual marketplace that we're in, turn you into some type of, robot. Still remember, use your common sense. Everybody on social media is not everything that they seem to be. It's social media. It's supposed to draw you in. It's supposed to give this idea that you're bigger than life. That's what it's there for. That's why there's ads everywhere. That's why there's constant barrage of ads all over social media. When Facebook first started out, there was no ads. He was just there adding people. At least me, I was adding people from high school. They like, oh, damn, y'all ain't seen you in man long. What's up? Like, that's how social media was at first. Now that's why there's ads everywhere. That's why there's, social media influencers. YouTube influencers, Instagram influencers, because they got all the eyes on them. So when you're an influencer, you can start marketing other products, and you get paid to market other products because you have so many eyes on your product. So it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? So obviously, you probably going to do more to get more eyes on your product. You know what I mean? Because you need more eyes on you, so then you can then be an advertisement for something else. You know what I mean? And that's what people be doing it for. You know what I mean? Or for the attention. But social media is for attention, period. That if you didn't want people to want attention on social media, you want the wrong thing. So just remember that. You know what I'm saying? But please take it easy on me and my counterparts thinking that we got a lot of hoes and all that. Especially like if you talk to us and you know what's going on, like take it easy, man. Take it easy. Everybody ain't got hoes, all right? So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm going to cut it short. I'm going to cut myself short because I don't want to, you know what I mean? I could really talk about this all day long. But the fact is, I'm going to leave you with that thought. I'm going to continue next week. I'll probably end up doing the gaslighting episode next week. Now, I was trying to do 2 episodes a week, but I think I'm going to do one a week for right now because I got this music projects that I've been doing. I've been trying to write heavy. So I think I'm going to take it down to like 1 a week. So it'll be Wednesdays. I'm dropping something Wednesday. If I can squeeze in a bonus episode that week, I will. But I'm going to drop something every Wednesday. So please, 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 please like, share the podcast, subscribe, download. Anywhere that you find your podcast, you should find me there. I'm Apple, Google, the Made Different podcast. Keep me in your list every Wednesday. You will be notified. Follow me on social media at the Made Different Podcast. Or you can actually, if you want to see some cool memes, you can go to Say What You Meme on IG. Say What You Meme official on IG. Or Matt Dickey, Dickey, on Facebook. I mean, I got a lot of memes on there too. You know what I mean? So, hope everybody has a great, fantastic day, week. Tune in next week. I think we'll be doing gaslighting, because that's another thing that I really could talk about, because I know so many that do it. And if you don't know what gaslighting is, go ahead and download, or, go ahead and try to get a definition of it beforehand so we can talk about it. All right, so thanks for stopping by. Peace.